Here is the tongue weight scale that I wanted to make a clip on. This is a 2,000 pound capacity. The only other time I was able to get the tongue weight is to go to a scrap iron and metal place and use their scale, because a lot of the cat scales, they don't want you disconnecting your trailer and driving off and stuff like that. They got other drivers that need to get through there, semis. So I started looking around on the search engine to see if there was anything out there that was available. The thought I actually had was the scales that the highway patrol uses when they stop big trucks and put them under the tires. And this little thing popped up. They come in 3 different capacities: 1,000 pound, 2,000 pound, and a 5,000 pound. So in searching, I found the website that I got it off of, and all 3 of them, they charge $123.95, and it doesn't matter which one you buy, it's all the same price. They took $11 off. That they pretty much add back on for shipping, but for $130, $140, you can't beat it. It's a great item to have, especially with travel trailers. When you're having different amounts of weights, you can always just pull this thing out. There's 2 different ways to actually take the weight measurement, and I'll show you that. Mine was not red, it's all black as you've seen, so I'm not sure if red was made for a certain company or not. The website is ProPrideHitch.com. The only other way that I know of without going to a scale house is I found a Weigh Safe. This is actually an aluminum hitch system that has a weight scale built into it. But with my distribution system I have, I wasn't not sure that this one would work, because I don't see any area to put distribution bars on or sway bars or anything of that sort. So I went ahead and went with the tongue scale that I showed you. This black piece of wood that I have here, I just made these. You see that round circle on it? That's from the jacks from the last travel trailer I had. They were crank down jacks, and that was the round foot. Painted them up black so they wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb, and come in real handy. If you take your crank down jacks and you crank them down too far and they're extended too far, almost to where they're kind of standing straight up, it kind of loses its ability to cut the sway out. You can see those jacks over there. Any further than that, you're not really going to take that much. It's not going to be as stable, where if they were done about half that way. So for this, it actually comes in, some of them have a handle on them where you can pick them up. The directions are really specific. It says not to pick it up by this, don't pull on this. You can unscrew this, and then you can have the jack rest on that to get a weight, which according to the instructions is not near as accurate as actually putting this up in the coupler. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise up the trailer. put the scale up into the coupler. And then lower the trailer so that all the weight of the trailer is on the scale. So we're looking at 960 pounds, somewhere in there. And there's no weight on the jack leg. It's completely off the ground. It also says you don't want to drop any sudden weight on this, so if you get the 5,000 pound capacity and you jack up the axles, you don't want to release the jack and let the axles slam down on top of this, because it could blow the seals out of it. So we were looking at around 960 pounds. I'll do this the other direction and see what the difference in the weight is. This way it's showing about 1,050, 1,020. So it says if you do it this way, you're supposed to take the measurement that you get and times that by 0.95, and it should give you the same weight that putting it in the coupler actually gave you. So let's check that again. We got 8, 9. We'll say about 1,020. Times 0.95. It's about 969 pounds. And we had about 960 when we did it with the scale up into the coupler. I think it's probably one of the neatest things out as you change weight when you load up to go camping, come back, get new tools, add more weight, take more weight. I mean, this thing's really handy, small. It does say not to keep it in temperatures below 30 degrees or above 115, so I don't think it would be ideal to actually keep it in your camper. I leave mine in the garage, and every time before we take off, I'll grab it in case I need to check the weight. And you can tell whether or not you have too much weight. I mean, you just know how your vehicle pulls, how your trailer pulls, and if you feel something that's different, it could be potentially a lifesaver. But you definitely don't want to cruise around and be overweight. And there we are, right around 960 again. So these were also available on Amazon as well, but they were, I think, around $150. The cheapest website I found was the one that I showed you. Just really awesome.